It's showtime.
There it is, big bomber. There it is, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Tweed Oil King podcast. Hosted by Dave Prance and Brad Brooks. It's all Oil Kings all the time. Live from the Super Den. Here's the boys.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to the first of hopefully many podcasts. I am your host, Dave Prance, alongside my co-host, the one and only Brad Brooks. Brooksie, how's she going today, my friend?
Super, any better be two of me, buddy. Thanks for having me.
That'd be a scary concept, my friend. Scary concept. So, we've got a big show planned for today. We're going to basically talk on
Everything Oil Kings.
Yeah, everything Oil Kings last season. We're going to talk about the playoffs. We're going to talk about the startup. And then we have a special guest for you. GM extraordinaire, Johnny DesJardins, is going to be on with us tonight.
Coming in hot off the start, super.
Coming in hot. So, I don't know how this is going to go. We're just going to sort of play it. And I'll just be honest with you. We're not professionals by any means. We both have day jobs. What's your day job, Brooksie?
I'm lineman with the Hydro, and I'm with Dave on this, folks. It's their first time doing something like this, so we're just spitballing, and feedback's appreciated, and we'll try to do the best we can.
That's all we can do. So I think for the first one, like I said, we're just going to kind of talk about last year and how it all got involved and how I got involved and how Brooksie got involved. For myself, it was one of those things where basically Johnny is a good buddy of mine, and when he was getting this thing going, I said, like, if there's anything I can do for you, buddy, let me know and I'll do it. And I came up with the only thing I needed to do with the music. He had everything all wound up at the arena, and then after that, it just snowballed. We were doing the online stuff, and it got carried away.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was neat. It was interesting.
Gave me something to do.
Yeah, and the road trips with the bus and getting to interact with all the players, and that was a lot of fun. We did that.
The people too. The amount of people you get to meet at the rink. Their second last playoff game had 750 people there. Super. So
it was a gong show.
I was moving, shaking hands, kissing babies. It was great. A lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time, and that's half of what this is all about.
Greg.
Since we lost the hotel, the Tweedsmere's been burnt down. We got no place for us Tweed people and surrounding community to get together.
No, you're right, and it's a good thing for the community, and the municipality owning the team is another great thing. And we'll
shout out to Rochelle and the
100%.
amount of work she does, folks. Wow.
So just on that note too, Brooksie, we were talking, and I was going to have Rochelle and Johnny on at the same time, but I think the pair of them, their involvement is just so much that I think we have to focus on one at a time. So we're hoping to have Rochelle on the next podcast.
Johnny's a handful all on his own.
Yeah,
super.
He's going to be nuts. So we're going to get to him right shortly. Actually, maybe we'll just go right into him. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can talk about some of the stuff that we did want to talk to you guys about while we got Johnny on the phone, because he's retired right now, and it's getting on there 10 o'clock at night, and he's going to probably fall asleep because he's getting older. What do you think?
Yep.
Yep. Is there anything you wanted to touch on before I give the old guy a call?
No, but I definitely, I think it'd be good, just while you're giving the old boy a call there, brain in the operation, the amount of work, guys, that Johnny puts into this, I don't think anybody has a clue. Like, the players, they get the summer off, or, they're working out and stuff like that, and, we take a breather with the stuff Dave and I do, but Johnny's job never ends. Guys signing players, getting a lead on a new guy, getting a sponsors, beer. Like, guy never, I don't know if he sleeps, but we're lucky to have him. But
100%.
That's enough pumping Johnny's tires.
His tires are pumped already. You don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can get the old guy on the phone. So, while I get him lined up here to answer, we'll
I definitely want to tell the story though, Dave, of why I sort of jumped on board.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, just while we're waiting to get Johnny, I guess it was the summer we found out that the municipality was gonna, get a senior A hockey club, and my ears pretty low to the ground in the street and talk to a lot of people because that's my thing. I like to flap my gums, and I was sitting there, and next thing you know, I hear all these people, getting negative about this and saying, "Oh, it never flowed. Oh, the taxpayers' money. All this," and instead of complaining, and I said, this is something that could be pretty special. And a lot of people that don't know the history of Tweed, you know, Tweed was founded on this brand of hockey, the old Sunday Night League, the blood and guts. You know, uh, that's what these brand of men around town and the community guys came from Camelford, Sterling, Madoc. So full body men's hockey and having to go to work in the morning is something that's always been respected in this town. And when people started getting negative about this, I said, well, I'm going to do all I can to get people on board, get people believing in this. So, that's sort of why I started the Booster Club. And wow, the rest is history, sort of with there. And like I said, we got the greatest base in the league, hands down.
For sure.
Yeah, you can't touch it, man.
No.
Like you talked to West Carleton when they came in for that playoff game, their players were just like, we like this, like, hey, it's not the NHL, but I got a lot of respect for a man that wants to play this brand of hockey and then go to work Monday. So yeah, that's why I got involved and told those people that said it wouldn't float.
Toot toot.
Yeah, we got a couple words for you.
So, like I said, we're not professionals or nothing like that, so we're just kind of flying off the cuff here, and I can't seem to get Johnny. You there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm trying to figure
There he
out
is, folks.
how I can get you up on here, and it's not happening. So just bear with me for 2 seconds, or just say something.
Hello.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Hi, John. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear Brooksie? All right, here we go then. Welcome to the podcast, my friend.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I figured he'd probably be a little groggy, Dave. He was up in Ottawa all weekend swinging the wrenches there, and might need a little bit of recovery time. But glad to have you on here, Johnny.
Yeah, me too. It sounds good.
Well,
it's a good thing you guys are doing.
well, we got to do something, Johnny, to keep us two out of trouble. And
Oh yeah.
A lot of things have been going on, and people are, getting pumped for the new season. And any inside info maybe you could break for us?
For the upcoming season?
Well, he's going to be a little different team, I would imagine, by the looks of some of the signings Rochelle put on there for me. But yeah, no, it's all good. Like it was all good last year, but I shouldn't say
it was
all
great.
good. I mean, at the start it wasn't good, but
yeah, Johnny, maybe for the people, just break into the, how you got involved, and just the tryouts and just getting this off the ground, because I don't think people realize the amount of work and effort and what the team looked like 2 weeks out from the season, right?
well, it was one of those things where I wasn't expecting a phone call. One of my best friends' son is a counselor, and he called me up and said, like, would you be interested in being the GM? And I said, well, I don't know about that, and anyway, I just said, sure, I guess, after thinking about it a little bit. But so yeah, Jake Palmater, he called me, and
Oh, Jiggy.
so away we went. Now that was like early, I don't know, I think April, May, somewhere in there, because we had to do this draft.
Vote Palmater for counselor.
Didn't really know what didn't really know what to expect or anything like that. But yeah, no, it was kind of trying to get players. Everybody's kind of, they were really iffy, and a lot of good hockey players probably could play, but understandably didn't want to play family and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, the small and the short of it, we had our first game in North Frontenac, and about a week before that, we were a little light on players, and we didn't even have a goaltender. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I can. We couldn't get in to watch them last year, John, because of COVID, obviously. But
Right.
I can attest that being at the tryouts this year, oh my, I would say was quite a big difference from last year.
Oh, absolutely. We had. I mean, I could only go by, what I could research basically on the internet, and then some guys sent emails that said they wanted to try out. Go by their word kind of thing, and nothing, not taken away from anybody that came out last year. Just it was pretty rough.
Well, I think
to
it's
say the least.
there was more of a buzz behind the team because of the success from last year, and a lot of the guys, that are the good caliber hockey players are, they got buddies on that team, and then you see them come out, and then everyone else kind of buys on board with it, and I think that's what we saw at the tryouts, because there was some serious talent there, that's for sure.
No, I mean, it was good. I mean, you were there this year, obviously, and we had, I think the one practice we had, or trial we had, I think it was 7 to 8 goalies.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was like night and day kind of thing. We didn't have any really, guys that were ready to commit or even could play that caliber of hockey. Like I say, I'll say it again, not taking anything away from
No.
And but yeah, so we
Well, Johnny, you're so right, buddy, because 2 weeks out last year, yeah, we were pretty nervous, and I was starting to think, holy cripes.
What the hell?
I'm going to have to eat a lot of crow, because I was marching around town saying, no, this is going to work. This is going to be good. Come on, buy on. I was pounding the drum. Yeah, I was marching, but, it didn't take a lot of convincing, after the caliber of guys you put together and just the way they interacted with our community, our kids, solid group of people all around.
Big product.
Oh yeah, and then we got guys come out. And we did get a goaltender, and then you got one guy says, "Well, I got another guy that might want to play," and that's just kind of how it happened. And yeah, it was definitely an eye opener for myself. I mean, I will be serious and honest about it. I bit off more than I could chew. I didn't think it was going to be that demanding and that much time, but I mean, on the other side of things too, Rochelle with the municipality of Tweed, she was great.
Yeah, she's a rock star too, eh?
Yeah,
we had our moments because we didn't work together ever before, but I'm not saying it was bad. It was just we had our moments.
You got a good yin and yang, you two.
And she's an awesome person, and it really then it took a life of its own, and of course we were with everybody else in COVID too, obviously. But I mean that was a struggle too, trying to get people to. The funny thing was, when the mandate with the mask, 50% of people, and if you were eating or drinking, you didn't have to have your mask on.
Weird, crazy.
The crowd,
Yeah.
and there was people they were drinking beer because they didn't have to have their mask.
Put your mask up on your forehead and drink a nice Bud Light.
Let's hope we never go back there, eh, guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I'll tell you what I noticed the most was when I talked to you about, buddy, because in all honesty, I mean, you did put a lot on your plate to put this thing together last year, and kudos to you, and that's why I reached out to you and said, whatever I can do for you, man, I'm in, right? And but what I was expecting was like a glorified kind of beer league, right? Like a bunch of guys playing, and then holy Jesus, when I showed up. That first game, I was like, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't catch me out there. I'd rather run in front of a train.
Catch me outside.
Yeah. No, it was a great product, and with what you had and the tricks and little things you had to pull to put the team together, the hats really got to go off to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and and then like I say, took a life of its own, and it. I mean, unfortunately for us, I mean. We people in the community and surrounding areas, they gravitated to it, and it was good. And of course, everybody had been cooped up in their houses. And then saying that to you, the product was good on the ice. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, it was better or faster hockey than I actually thought it was. It was pretty entertaining, I think. And the little kids and stuff that these guys, brought. That's the players I'm talking about. That they really, they just love it, right? And I mean, it's
type of guys you want around kids.
Oh, they're great kids.
It's not all about
Great guys.
It's not about me or anybody else. It's about that kind of thing.
Well, tonight's your night right now, though, John. We're going to talk to those guys over the next coming weeks, so they'll get their kudos too. So you take it when you get it, because you might not get it again from us, right?
Yeah, not from me. This is the only time I'm pumping his tires.
Yeah.
I just spent the weekend with you.
Yeah, no doubt. I know. I tried to teach you how to golf there on Friday, and I think I got taught a couple things myself, but oh well, we had
a couple strokes, my friend.
Just a couple, bud. Just a couple.
Never lost a game of golf. He's kept scoring yet.
Oh yeah. Well, on my scorecard, I won, so it's all good. The other thing I wanted to touch on, I'm going to ask this to pretty much every player that gets involved, and myself and Brooks are going to talk about it when we talk to people. But what got you into the game itself in general, the game of hockey? How'd you get involved in it, and what age, and how did it happen?
Well, I'm the youngest of six, and I was the goaltender, so you had no choice in that. I got 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and so when the game of hockey was showed up, you're in net, and so I played net till about Pee Wee Bantam, and then I got cut from what they called back in the day the All-Star team, because we had house league teams, All-Star teams, and so I went back, and I wasn't going to play net in house league, so I played out, and then just kind of went along and played a little bit of junior C, and then played in that Blood and Thunder League that Brooksie was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you, that was you didn't have a beer before them games. I can tell you that.
At all.
No, not at all. That's great.
And that's something I brought back, Johnny, was that that's a bit of the pulse of this town comes from that Sunday night league. You still hear people talk about it.
For sure.
I was cracking pints in the dressing room for the Harlow Hawks, but the Tweed leaves, and and that's what I think people around town respect so much about these guys. They go to work Monday, Johnny.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I got introduced. Go ahead.
When I was younger, talking about that, I go to the rink on Sunday mornings. I refereed the Sunday morning hockey that I play in now.
Yeah.
And then I would stay there. I was a rink rat, basically. And then I sold 50-50s to that Sunday night league. And I was there basically 12 hours, like a 12-hour shift. And then I ended up playing in the league. But
that's right.
no, it's pretty neat. And the people back there, and I don't just say Tweed, but it's because it's like Madoc and Marmer and all that.
They all get
it. When we say Tweed, we mean community, surrounding area.
I watched it last year, and there was people that I didn't actually see because of what I was doing with the hockey team. It'd be nice to talk to everybody, just wasn't able to. But it was neat to see all the people back in that rink.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was electric.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it,
especially with being cooped up for so long too, not being able to do anything.
Well, we were all looking for somewhere to belong. And
yeah.
I think we found a bit of a home, a lot of us.
But it's really brought back that sense of community, for sure, this team has.
No, for sure. And I mean, you try to, you guys know, even I got you to come on board, Dave, and it kind of took its own life. You went on the road with us, and you were streaming the games, and I seen stuff on the website, well, I can't get it, and can't get the stream because of the internet, and it was cutting in and out. I mean, so it was all good, right? People were, when you see stuff like that, you think, well, Jesus Christ, that's, people are really paying attention to it. And
there's an interest.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing. And it's good. And the bottom line is good for the community, and it's good for the little gappers that want to play. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll touch on that.
I mean,
the biggest thing I was shocked at when we were doing those live streams was the amount of people that were actually watching it. Like, the numbers were really high. They were, like they weren't like attendance that we had at home, but they were high enough that holy jumpins, just these cats are watching it on an iPad or on their phone, and it's just me rambling on like a fool, and then they're just kept getting bigger and bigger, the numbers. I was just like, oh, well, I got to keep doing it.
People in Hastings County and from Tweed, we support our club.
Yeah,
we're not fair weather.
No,
it
was awesome,
and it was like that was really good, and I mean that's the whole thing about that season is that just. Like seriously, it was like walking into a dark room, and I mean, like it was.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I thought, well, this will be okay. I'll be able to get lots of players. I'm telling you, I should have kept track of all the phone calls I made because I touched a lot of players' phones and just couldn't get her. Anyway, as it rolled on, we did get some players, and and the rest is kind of history. Other than it was kind of a letdown there when we got beat by.
Yeah,
that was a letdown, but
learning curve.
Now, I guess it is their Rivermen, but yeah, it was a letdown. But I mean, to see the people in the rink both days was.
I'll tell you,
really amazing. I mean, it's I mean they supported the team and. I mean, I think we produced a pretty good brand of hockey.
No, 100%.
I'm telling you, when it was all said and done, there was no way I was hanging my head. Like, pretty proud.
Oh, 100%.
From, started at the bottom, now we're here. We were, scrambling for a goaltender to go undefeated at home,
Yeah, big accolade right there.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
pretty proud.
Like when you you were saying earlier about people saying they'll never make it and this and that, and everybody's got to remember that all the people that help coaches, assistant coaches, yourself, Dave, my buddy Selby, and Cito, and that's another story altogether.
Yeah,
it was everybody was volunteering their time.
Yeah.
And so, and Rot, I can't forget Rot, can't forget Jenny,
all those guys.
Cat, Wardy, Louie, everybody. So everyone was donating their time. So it's easy to stand there and say, oh, that'll never go and everything like that. Like when you grab guys like that, and I mean, and they donated their time. That's the biggest thing about it. And yeah,
I think you just hit the nail right on the head there, John. With all that support, we were able to put a good product together and sell it to the people, and they bought it, right? So I think that's the best part of it all.
I will admit it was frustrating, like just on the other end of stuff that just we had to deal with through the week, and just trying to get players to try and it was frustrating at certain times, but it was really I don't know, rewarding, I guess, to see how we did grow. And some of those guys, I met a lot of new guys that, I talked on the phone, and then actually, when we started playing and all that kind of stuff, and really good people and
friendships.
My God,
and
great people.
Some of the players, well, I shouldn't say some of them, all of them, they didn't all know each other. And I thought it was pretty good. I mean, from the first night that kind of Murray grabbed the team down North Frontenac, and
you could tell he was a leader right off the bat, eh?
Yeah, you could tell. He just told them, we don't know each other. We're just gonna go out and play, and this and that. It was short and sweet, and don't be saying a whole lot about it. It was good, and then it kind of, like I said, after that, it was, we might be all right here. And we had those stupid jerseys because our jerseys did. I shouldn't call them stupid. They were the original jerseys, but the guy, he felt bad, and he made us those jerseys that we wore for a couple of games. We kind of got heckled when we went down to North Dundas.
I ain't in it for a fashion contest.
No.
Give me the hardware.
Saying, I mean, the guy felt bad. It just the stuff got delayed like everything else did. Anything from toilets to cop fight.
You can thank COVID for that, right?
Yeah, let's not bring that COVID stuff up.
Yeah, I'm done with that nonsense.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. One of the other things, John, is what was I gonna say? Oh, I just drew a blank. Brooksy, think of
You
something.
shooting blanks over
Yeah, I'm
there,
shooting
Davey?
blanks, bro. I wanted to say it was something.
Well, that's
go
one
ahead.
thing I don't do, but
Yeah, whatever.
my gums always flap. I'm not talking the other end.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're supposed to keep this PG, Dave.
Yeah, no, you just went off the rails there for a second, but we're gonna try and do it.
Yeah, we're good. Hey, Johnny's an engineer.
We don't want to
conductor.
offend our
He'll get
one.
the train back on the track here.
Yeah, we don't want to offend our one listener out there. We want them to be happy.
You'll
Both
have
of them.
more than one.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no, I know what it was, John. 1 second. Sorry. What I wanted to talk about, just real quickly, and then I drew a blank, was the team being owned by the municipality.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people going on about, oh, this is, I'm not going to swear yet because we're going to see how many episodes we get again, but you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of bull crap going.
Speak the truth.
That the team was just going to be a money pit and just suck the
Taxpayers'
life
money
right out of the
up.
taxpayers. Tell us how much of that money we kind of touched on, John. Do you know, or?
Well, I know we broke even. I mean, it would have been great to win that series, and you know, it would have helped the coffers. But I mean, Rochelle does a great job, budget wise. I mean, and I have to say, I mean, she's been
Phenomenal.
basically I knew
That
who
way,
she
right?
was, but I didn't really know her. I never met her really personally, and then we met.
Hardworking lady.
Oh, yeah.
And she's got her. She definitely has her stuff in order, and you know what? The municipality owning the team, I think, in my opinion, is a really good thing. Obviously, from what when I took the job, it was like, you know, at no expense to the taxpayers, and it wasn't any expense to the taxpayers. I mean, and I think it's just a great thing for the community. It was definitely expensive to run that team, but at the end of the day, it was I think it was a win-win for the Oil King franchise and a win-win for the municipality and the people that supported it. And I mean, it's
Hey, Johnny, let's not
you won't
forget.
have like it'll. I think it really works well. It really does. I think, and in a few aspects, in respect to the league, it'd be nice if there was a few other municipalities that were in the same boat.
Yeah.
Not everybody's into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Rochelle probably took a little bit of heat for it. But I mean, you know what? Look at it.
Well, this is selfish on my part, Johnny, and I'm not going to lie, but you know what? I've lived in Tweed, born and raised my whole life. I know most people don't want to admit that, and you know, local village idiot and all.
I was
Yeah. Well, I just talking to admitting to know me, but you know, the one thing that really struck home with me was they're doing something, the municipality of Tweed, for me and my young family. That's you know, that's huge to me. There's 3 generations of my old man, myself, my young lad. We love going into the games, and you know, it gives us something to do, right? You know, like we're not into Elvis and we're not into some other things, but you know, the municipality's trying to keep me and my tax dollars and the younger people, you know, give us something to do.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that I noticed, Brooksy, was, and I know you did too, John, was the amount of kids there. So you had both ends of the spectrum, right?
Right, and like at the end of the year, we Louis told the players, you know, they didn't. I don't know if they really actually realized what they had accomplished.
No, not at all.
They did. There was a lot of kids that went to that hockey that just thought those guys were kings.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what? You don't. Yeah, I don't like you don't. It's just you just don't see it, and it was good. And it was good. It was really good. And I mean, and in respect to all that stuff, it's awesome.
And not to get too much into it, but just to touch on that and note, because I played a lot of hockey in my day. We don't talk too much about what goes on in the room, but just off the cuff of that, Lou's speech to the boys about the kids was
right.
Very, very heart spoken, and I felt it too. I felt the words too, being lucky enough to be in there and hearing them.
It was pretty impressive. You know, I told Johnny this story, super. I don't know if I told you this one, but I was up one day and I was working, and the next thing you know, down below I hear a father and son, and they're talking to another person, and They said, Oil Kings. And as soon as I hear that, my radar goes up my ears, like a bloodhound.
Get buzzing.
Oh, yeah. So I just eavesdrop, and I heard father and son talking to my coworker about the Tweed Oil Kings, and I yelled down. I said, well, who's your favorite player? Not a hesitation. Kid snaps up, number 10, Murray Free. I'm like, wow. And, you take it for granted sort of thing, and, I know Murray and Braden and, a lot of the boys on the club, when they're asked for an autograph or something like that, they're like, are you serious? But they are serious.
Yeah.
Those kids are
But they
dead
very
serious.
accommodating.
Oh, they're the
100%.
best, Johnny.
Yeah.
Not one of those lads. We did that signing, what was it, November or halfway through the year? After playing a game of hockey, getting out of the shower, instead of drinking a beer with the boys, they're coming up and, a pop. Yep, sorry. Yeah, or water. Yeah, sir. And, come up and give their time and, talk to the kids. Because the impact and something I found in life, sometimes the smallest thing that you do means the world to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
The other thing that came out good for. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, John.
No, it's just amazing how it what it turned into.
Oh, 100%. And on the community end note of it all,
Yeah,
I
let's
know
give
for
the
a
fans
fact.
a shout out here.
Oh, the fans were amazing.
What a group!
When
They're second to none. I mean,
you said it right.
Yeah.
If I don't know exactly. I think probably we were competing with North Dundas, but it would have been between us two teams, two little centers that were had the most fans.
Yeah, 100%, right?
And Smith Falls too, they were in there too. But we did.
Yeah, I went to a game in Smith Falls, Johnny.
Fans, and without our fans, this team isn't a success.
No.
And that's the bottom line.
Yeah, we got that little barn. We're right on top of you.
And I don't discard our great sponsors, because we have lots of them.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them throughout the podcast.
Got to give them
100%.
some love.
Yeah, you can't thank everybody enough in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Because without them and the fans, they wouldn't have a team.
Oh, I seen them DCW stickers for the helmet there this year, Johnny. Looking smooth.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I went and picked them up there for Rochelle today, and they look pretty good. Old
Dirty crack welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, little tire pump for the dirts.
Yeah, the dirts. We'll head on them all. The awesome thing was when they scored a goal and you seen everyone just going nuts, shaking the glass. It was awesome.
Oh, I got a hype video to drop before the season starts.
The hockey was back.
Yeah, it was great. And then on the other side, again, it wants about the community too. Is I know for a fact that being a part of Tweed Minor Hockey, I got a kid playing there, and
yes, sir.
I know there's more than one or two kids that have signed up for hockey this year strictly because they went to Oil Kings.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, It's giving back, man. It's giving back. The other thing I know that it's given back was Rochelle called me up there a couple weeks ago, and there's a new sound system in the arena for everybody to use. So,
well, and there's a guy like Jeremy Yearwood last week out at Tweed Minor Hockey practice helping out.
Yeah, helping out.
He says, I just want to give back to the kids, that gave to me.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Awesome
Great
stuff.
people.
Yeah, when you grow up as a kid in that town and you see the guys who help you, that's what I guess we do, I guess, give back, and that's all you can do, right? You can't, because if you don't give back, then what do you got? You don't have anything, right? Or what do you have, I should say.
Yeah, exactly, Johnny. And
if you don't give back, you got to give back, and if you don't, then your community's not.
Well, I'll chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was awesome.
It was.
Yeah, it was quite a ride. It was. Well, the little shutdown in between there too, when we just started getting going again. Not to go on about
frothing
the
at
COVID
the
thing,
mouth,
but
and then you
just,
put me in the pen.
Yeah.
Lock me in my cage.
Like, let me go, Dagger. Let me go.
Spike, can I?
And they were on such a roll, and then they still come back strong. We got kicking back in again, eh?
Undefeated at home until the last game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's, think about that.
Yeah. Well, you and I have both talked about this. I'm not going to bring it up on here, but boys, oh, if we could ever get that same team just to be there all the time.
Yeah.
There'd be no stopping that.
And that's like when I was talking about frustration, like and you know, you don't have any ill will about anybody that went on the road. You know, we just
Well, the light numbers too,
we
though.
needed to have everybody to go on the road, and we did. And unfortunately, you know, I mean,
that's the nature of the beast, you know, with
Yeah,
families
that's
and
senior A hockey, right?
yeah.
But it's tough when you go away with light numbers, man.
Oh, for sure.
They get gassed,
For
and then
sure.
what do you do? Everywhere you go to play a home game, everyone's there, right? So.
But I will say one thing about that though is that it was the same for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Tweed.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you just at home here when guys had to travel a long way. Some teams would show
guys
up
got
with,
kids in minor hockey,
20
wives,
guys.
yeah.
You know, they might have 2 goalies, but you didn't have a full squad, and you could see it all the way around the league.
100%.
And I think that's why we kind of consensus to having everybody make the playoffs and just to keep everybody in it, so you don't have guys that don't want to show up on the last 2 games that they know they're not in the playoffs, which I think is a really good idea.
Yeah, it's good for the league.
Yeah. Teams, but I mean, anyway, we could
imagine the teams
too,
you know that are out of it and they get.
It's a really. I think we had some growing pains last year. I mean, they went from 4 to 12 last year, and no, we had some issues, but I mean, not serious issues. But I mean, it's not like.
You're writing the book as you went, Johnny. You did
pretty
well.
much.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Pretty much.
You know, there was no blueprint on how to run this senior A hockey club.
I had some people come up to me that were the naysayers, and it just guys that I golf with on Thursdays. Most of the guys are from Tweed, and one guy come up to me and he said, "You know, I was one of the naysayers, but I got to say, you guys did a really good job." And I said, "Well, thanks a lot." And he goes, "Yeah, I didn't think it would go." And I said, "Well, you know," I said, "that means a lot. It really, because the week before, I didn't think it was going to go either."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going to eat a lot of crow on Front Street.
It is funny how it all just came together, but it just worked so well. And you got to admit, it's going into August this year, you were feeling a lot better than you did last year, I would say.
It's a different problem.
It's day and night, baby.
Yeah. Still a problem, but it's a different problem. You're right.
It's a problem, but it's a good problem.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're scrambling last year for a goalie. That's just right off the cuff, and then you got 8 show up.
Yeah,
like
I got 99 problems.
Getting a goalie wasn't one.
There's no real happy medium in that respect. But I mean, we're always trying to make. Like, I guess this is the second year, right? So try to make the team better. And And no disrespect to anybody that played in the team last year, but
heck no.
How things go, and that's all I can say on that respect.
That was a great crew of guys for sure.
Oh, great! The whole right from the coach down to everybody, it was all good. And I mean, your music was great too, Dave.
Well, of course it was, bud. It'll be even better this year with that new sound system.
Have the hair standing up in places you didn't even know you had hair.
Yeah. It'll be good times. We can't wait. We're getting there soon. What are we away here? A couple weeks, eh? Home openers when?
Our home opener's October 1st, but our first game's on October 24th.
Up in Smith Falls.
September 24th.
September 24th?
Yeah. 8:00, Smith Falls.
What did I say? October, September?
So yeah, we knew what you meant, Johnny.
We knew what you were talking about, John. We were right on that lead level. Oh,
but, I was talking to Dave, Johnny, about the first 4, and, not that I got a crystal ball or anything, but, the first 4 games, you and I have talked about this too. We got Smith Falls, September 24th, 8:00 in Smith Falls. Next is our home opener, game 2, October 1st. Versus the defending league champ, the North Dundas Rockets. 1:00. 1:00 in Tweed. Our first.
The first 4 or 5 games, she's gonna be.
Buckle up and get ready.
Yeah, I was, I talking to a friend there. I said, we get through them first 400 or 500. Watch out.
Oh yeah.
it'll be definitely interesting to see. We got I think a little bigger D this year, and added a goaltender. And
Yeah, old
maybe
BMO, Brody
we might-
Morris, he
we might
looked
add a
good
couple
in
more
tryouts.
guys. Probably we will. We'll just see.
Any new acquisitions, guys that you just signed, you want to give the fans that didn't get to see them play hockey, sort of what you've seen at a tryout and who they are and where they come from, sort of, Johnny?
Or can we do that?
They're young. They're young. Other than the goaltender, he's young too. But I guess I'm talking. I'm 56.
Well, you're
so,
old.
No, these
Dusty.
guys are
Dusty.
young Crothers from Campbellford, and of course Jake Campbell.
Jake Campbell. Tell us a little bit about Jake Campbell.
Yeah, he's a big, tall, slim winger. Scored. He's at half the luck. I don't know how many goals he scored for Trenton. They're playing with
Tier 2 Junior A with the Golden Hawks.
But I mean, he's into it. And this Jake Nesbitt, he can play both. He can play forward or defense. And
Where's Jake from?
Adam, he'll probably. I can't even pronounce his last name. Ostapak, I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure. He's a little
We're gonna work on it, Adam.
Yeah, we'll get your name right, Adam.
He's fast as they come, and I think we're well on our way. We'll just see how it goes, and like you guys, what we're just talking about, we want guys to, go on the road too.
Yep.
And
makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Well, you got any more questions for John, or are we going to let him pass out because tomorrow's Wednesday and he's got to do, let me think, nothing?
No, we got practice tomorrow.
Oh,
that's right. Big night.
You're going to sleep in. Did you golf today, John?
No, I've been doing the hockey thing.
Oh, I could imagine.
Told you.
It's full tilt, eh?
Never
Full tilt?
Oh, yeah, we're trying to get
Lou Lamoriello of the EOSHL. Hey, Louis.
Hey.
It's fun, but it's good.
A lot of hours, John?
A lot of hours, but I'm not complaining. It's good.
Sounds like
you never
everybody-
do, but hats off to you, eh?
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
We're
No.
gonna be fine. We got Fly Hunt there. Chris Hunt is an assistant coach, and Tommy's coming back as an assistant. And,
Tommy Hawk.
Yeah.
Old Blue Eyes.
And old Blue Eyes. And,
Yep.
got the regular training staff, Rut and Jenny coming back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not giving any predictions. I can tell you that.
No, you never know. Because let's just touch base on that for 2 seconds. Look back on Friday. I said to Daryl, "Oh, is Chris any good at a golfer?" He only golfs about, I don't know, once or twice a year, I think. And then they tee off, and then they're on the top of the hill, and he chips one right in the hole for an eagle.
Yeah. First hole hadn't played in over a year.
Yeah, well, I watched the first
You never
practice.
know what to expect.
I watched the first practice, and I was on the ice for that tryout, and I'll tell you, Fly can get the horses.
He can run a ship on
Yeah.
the ice for sure. He's
he
been
can get
doing
them
it
going
quite a
through their
while.
paces.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that's the thing with that, right? We're going to do it by committee because he can't be there all the time, and let's be honest, there's a lot of people that can't be there all the time, and in that respect, on that end of it, let's volunteer, and I mean, hey, you go with what you have, and do with what you got to deal with it, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, the beauty of that too is there's guys around that would step up and Jesus, I'd stand out there on a road game if I had to yell at nobody.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We got the guys.
The first game, I think Tommy, it'll be Tommy and I and Brooksie, I hope, and because Chris won't be there. And
yep.
But I mean, it's just we're gonna do it by committee. We're not gonna have a head coach. We're just gonna have that's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
And
these guys have played enough hockey, like you said, eh?
That's right, but that's what as the GM, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, like you
that's
say,
at this stage of the game, right? These guys have been playing hockey since Christ was a cowboy, so they just need a little guidance.
The wheel.
That's it. That's all they need. They
You
don't-
know, the way I looked at things is, you know, these guys have played enough caliber of hockey. They know what to do. They
Yep.
know where to be. They know what to, you know, we maybe tweak a few things, adjustments. It's mostly rolling lines.
They know what they're doing.
That's
Yeah.
right. You know, get a
100%.
power play, get a second unit power play, get your penalty kill, you know, roll the lines and keep the boys going.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, if you're on the power play with Marvin Croft, keep your head up.
Keep your head up. That thing's coming in like a missile.
That's a heavy one. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me in front of the net in front of that. I'd be flamingoing and running.
I don't think you need to screen or tip it. You just got to get out of the goddamn way. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
No more surprises?
No surprise. Well, I might have a couple more surprises. I don't have any surprises tonight. That's the only thing. I wish I could confirm a couple surprises, but just can't do it right now, boys.
All right. Well, we really, like I said, when I didn't have you on the phone yet because I was having some difficulties, but I was telling Brooksie and I was telling our one listener there too that I was going to have Rochelle on with you, but I think that you guys are special enough that we could just basically just take you one-on-one. So
Yeah, no, for sure. And she's
not like
that. You know what? That before we shut her down there.
Yeah.
She deserves a lot of credit. Seriously, like people don't realize.
No.
She's a rock
Never
star,
mind what
Johnny.
she does in her regular day. I mean, we talk all the time, especially it gets worse when the season gets started. But she is a really great person, first and foremost. But she's an awesome person for that community, and a lot of people I don't think.
She's a hard-working lady. She's devoted, Johnny. You're right.
A lot of people that don't.
No.
And I just think she's great to deal with. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I mean, her and I had our moments, but we got through her.
She's a good yin and yang. She keeps you honest. You keep her honest. You know, that's how it works.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Like I know, I'm a little unorthodox, but she's, what are you doing? What?
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Now, we're lucky to have her, and we're lucky to have you too, Meathead.
100%.
You know, heck of a job, man. You know, this is about the only time you're ever going to hear me
Oh yeah,
blow
the tires
you up
aren't going to
here.
be pumped anymore.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
I don't
That's
want-
enough.
Lisa you won't even get your
That's
head through
enough.
the door by the time I'm done.
All I want to do is I just want to win.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care about any of that stuff.
Wow.
That's all I want to do, and if we can do that, that'll be my tire pumping.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the general public doesn't know the time, the effort, you know, the amount of Johnny.
All good.
You've done well. Thank you.
100%.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, boys.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay,
8:00, the Tweed Arena, open to the public.
that's right.
Bye, Johnny.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Thanks, Johnny.
What an awesome guy.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him. I tell you.
You know, I'm lucky to have him as a friend. Obviously, I've known him for a lot of years, and yeah, when you get to go away on like the weekend we just went to on a northern tour with a bunch of guys, 60 guys, and a lot of them that you know, it's
Yes,
kind of
sir.
great. So like I said, we were gonna tell stories about how we got into playing hockey. I'm just gonna tell a quick story. It's how I got into hockey because I'm not from Canada. I didn't know if you don't know that about me or not. I'm from England. So I came to Canada when I was 8 years old. And a funny story is I went to school, and then I went after school to a young lad's house, I guess, to play, and I tried on his equipment, like hockey equipment, because I'd never seen it before, and I was like, oh my god, let me try this on. So then I was super pumped, and I wanted to play, and it was in the same kind of neighborhood as my mother, and I remember walking down to the house with all this equipment on, and I go down there, and I says, Mom, I want to play hockey. Actually, I never said it like that. I said it kind of like this. Mom, I want to play hockey. This is awesome. Look at me. I want to play the game of hockey. And that's how I got into it. And what made me think of it was that something that John said, having the brothers and playing net. And I went out for my first game of hockey in Toronto there, and it was at the Mid-Scarborough Arena in Scarborough. And it was house league, and I couldn't skate. So I ended up going in net too. So they stuck me in net, and then a couple of years, like after that year and the year after that, then I became quite a pretty good goaltender and worked my way all the way up. I played at a few high levels, highest level being AAA, but then Double D. But then moved out and played out when I got to juvenile. So, but that's how I got into the game. It was quite interesting. So why don't we just quickly just
You were a goaltender, Dave?
I
didn't know
played
that.
played net right from novice to juvenile.
Oh, wow.
But then it was actually interesting because I had this coach. His name was I'll never forget him. It's the weirdest thing. I was 10 years old or 11 years old. His name was Bill Rafter. And what he would do for us is that, so being in Toronto, there was a bunch of different leagues. So you'd have your house league, and then you'd have your select team from that house league. So 8 teams, right? Then they put the best players on one team that travels in the area, which is like an SHA, Scarborough Hockey League kind of route.
Okay.
One below that.
Yeah.
And then so you played that, and then you went to the SHA, and then you made it to the MTHL. That's how that whole thing kind of works out in the Toronto area.
Progression.
Yeah. But the funny thing is when I was playing on this like the select team, Bill Rafter was the coach, and he had me play defense in the house league system.
Yeah.
And I played net in up. So I would be on the ice. So I learned the position from both places. So it was an easy transition for me to play out when I got older because I'd done that right up to Bantam.
Right.
Yeah. But the higher I went, obviously, when I played in the SHA, I still played house league every Saturday. I played defense in there. So it was
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
neat.
Well,
And it's an advantage.
That's a neat
right?
story.
Yeah.
Because, wow, a lot of people would know I'm just a Tweed homer. Born and raised, played all my minor hockey here. My old man was my coach for 9 years.
Yeah.
Pretty successful minor hockey career.
Yeah.
But, nothing spectacular or anything like that. But had a big love for, the organization, Tweed Minor Hockey, minor, sports and stuff like that. And
Always big crowds at the Tweed games, I remember, man.
oh,
It
yeah.
was
Yeah,
nuts.
it was good. It was good. And then went into the men's league and kept playing up until 40s. And COVID sort of shut me down, but I'm going to get back at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might get into the old timers here again. And yeah, that's, it's love of the game. And I had not much of a choice. Well, you know my old man, Dave. So, I was play hockey or die sort of thing.
Yeah.
And, my son's sort of following their footsteps, and it's one common ground. That's something I've always found about hockey, Dave, is it's one common ground no matter how mad the old man was at me. And, I call my father the old man, but it's with the utmost respect.
Oh.
So if anybody ever knew the way I felt about my father, so
I love your father.
yeah, hey, I hit the
actually-
lottery when I got that.
We were talking about that golf tournament on the weekend. Your dad was there. I golfed with him on the Sunday.
Yeah. So, but I just want the listeners to know I'm huge on respect, and I
yeah.
talk to my father like a best friend, not like a dad. I
awesome.
lucked out. Yeah.
You hit the lottery.
Yeah, I did 100%, and I'm pretty biased too, though, Dave.
Yeah.
But that all being said, just the camaraderie, and no matter how mad Dad was at me, we always had that common ground. We could talk about hockey. We could talk about, Saturday night, the Leaf game, minor hockey. And we ended up playing men's league hockey together later on in life, which...
oh, that's cool. How long did you get to do that?
4 years. Tommy Clement was on the club. Yeah, we had a
Blue
couple...
Eyes.
Yeah, we went straight out of the midget, we were a couple all Ontario finals and never won it, but and went right in the men's league in Tweed, and we're trying to cut our teeth as young men, and the old man's like, I think you boys need a bit of protection. So Mike Bolton, Tommy Clement, and my dad patrolled around and took care of us for a little bit till we were able to do it ourselves.
Well, your dad was instrumental in a lot of planning a Niagara Falls trip that we used to do for a lot of years before COVID.
Stuff.
Yeah, and you'd go away for basically was 3 days, and then it turned into 4. And we always did quite well up there too. We always usually end up in the final and be late coming home on Sundays. But He was like player coach Reg Dunlop for me when I first started going up there. Brooksie took me under his wing, old man Brooksie, and told me some things sometimes when even though I was older, he was smart, and he was smart out there on the ice, and he could see that I had talent even at whatever age when I first started going, but he could point that in the right direction, see some of the mistakes I was making. And most people, you would just say, "Oh, shut up. What are you talking about? I'm playing. I know what I'm doing." But if you actually listen to him, you'd saw the results right away. So,
Well, and
kudos
that's
to him.
that's the special thing about our community, Dave. We got so many guys like that
Great guys
around,
like
man.
that all everywhere.
Like, and I might be real biased again, but you know, we got some studs around here.
Oh,
And just some quality men, some quality people you want around your kids. And I'm huge, like I coach minor hockey also. And
Yeah.
number one, I want good people.
yeah.
Number two, I want good hockey players. You know,
Yep. No,
because
you nailed it.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. When the dust settles and the hockey's over,
I take a guy with less skill and more personality, like we're talking if they're like this close, right?
yeah, that's
And
right.
then to go the other guy's way.
And
Me personally.
and just look at the caliber of guys
Yeah.
that we have on this hockey club with the Oil Kings and
man.
what they do.
It's crazy.
And the time and like not one of them, like they've all been, they're professionals. I know that's not their gig anymore. They've all moved on to different, but a lot of these
but they
guys
took
have
that role on last year.
well, a lot of guys have played some pretty high caliber hockey on this club.
Yeah.
And what's one rule in men's hockey? In any, you don't embarrass the organization.
Yeah.
And not one of those guys
No.
ever made me want to say, hey, I'm
Hey,
not a
don't
member
do
that, I don't support these guys.
These guys that
Studs.
came into our community, your Murray Freeze, your Andrew Reynolds, like
Darren Doherty.
like you could go on and on and
He
on
gives
and on.
me, I got a special
they
love
got
for
the
that
bug.
guy.
They got the bug too, though.
Yeah, he's
right?
40 years old.
Yeah.
He gives a dusty old guy
Yeah.
like me who's 42,
Yeah.
you got to love that.
They got the bug from the town because the town just, there's something about this town. It's weird. Every time I
electric,
go
baby.
all
We're
over the place,
electric.
I've been all over the
They know Tweed.
world, and I mean, well, not like I've
Well,
been
Hastings
someplace.
County. We're all quite characters.
Yeah,
like
let's
when we say Tweed, Dave,
we're talking
we mean
Tweed,
everybody.
Madoc,
Yeah.
Murray, Flint, like all the
Sterling,
whole
yeah.
area. Like this whole is like a spread out community because I feel just as at home. Went to a concert for a crew that used to be when I was a kid, younger, Smoking Buddha. Went to that reunion over in Madoc.
Yeah, the Quantas.
Well, holy jumping! So you knew everybody there, and it was basically I felt just as comfortable in that rink at that concert as I would in ours. You know what I mean? It's just
great people
insane for
over
hockey.
there.
I play hockey over in Madoc on Thursday nights.
Some of my best friends.
Love it over there.
Yes.
And you just feel that way. But
And the
To
great
get it-
thing is I got to meet, Merv from Campbellford, and some
man,
of
what
the
a-
Campbellford people.
what a stud!
Class act. I don't like pumping his tires
No.
either, but yeah.
But we're gonna
Merv's-
have Murray on the podcast.
We gotta.
Yeah.
He's everything you want in a captain, folks. A lot of the stuff this guy did behind the scenes.
Man.
And like I say, he's a lineman too, and I love teasing the lights out of him. But Murray,
Superstar.
yeah, he's
Again, I touched earlier about the talk too much in the room and stuff like that because it was an honor and privilege to be able to go. That was the one thing I got really accepted by the team. I know a little bit about hockey, and I would go into the rooms in between intermissions to charge the phone in the separate room with the coaches, right? And they ask your insight, and that's the kind of guys they are, mate. Like that's the kind of stuff you love, when you get to be a part of it like that and get that deep in it. But
and I think that and I think that's half the part. We got the
Oh, it's
fan base
awesome.
that we have is because they sucked them in.
Yeah.
They were class acts. The guys brought them in. The product on the ice was good, and shit, we all got to drink and have a good
Oh, it was
time
awesome.
and
Awesome.
watch a great hockey club.
I was honored to be a part of it. That's for sure.
Yep.
Honored, and I can't wait to get things going here.
Oh, me either. Oh,
it's gonna be awesome.
Oh man.
So while we're on that note, we're gonna probably take this down a little bit, but I want to give you a little bit of what we're gonna do next. So I believe that our next guest should be Rochelle. What do you think, Brooksie?
Yeah. Yeah, you run the ship. I just get on it. I'm like a whippoorwiller. I'll just flap my lips, Dave. You tell me where the ship's heading. I like the way you think, and
Well, we got our one fan out there listening right now, so this is where this is heading. I believe that I want to have Rochelle on here, and then after that, I want to get the big Lou Dog Crawford on here because I talked to him a couple of weeks, and he's good to
Yeah,
go.
we've seen him
He'll
at a
talk.
wedding. He is a great hockey head, folks.
He's and a great guy.
Oh,
Like all in all, just
that
the
goes
complete
without
package,
saying.
right?
Yeah.
The complete package.
Yeah.
And then right after that, just so that you know, the next three guests that we're lining up is obviously going to be the Captain Murray Free.
Yeah, you ever think we could, well, I don't know if we ever get big enough, but you get the president of the EOSHL on here, Mitch Gagne?
Maybe.
We play our cards, right?
Hey, Mitch, we got an invitation for you.
If you hear me.
If you holla back if you hear me. You want to come on the podcast? We're going to see where this takes us, and if you want to come on, yeah.
Yeah, we're friendly and
If you're into that, what's the email, Brooksie? Where is it here? I go.
Yeah, you the electronic
Where'd
guy.
it go? Where'd the email go?
I'm just the guy that tongues.
So Mitchy, it's superandbrooksy@gmail.com. If you want to come on, just let us know. Give us a
Super
holler.
and Brooksie, BROOKSIE.
And the word and at gmail.com. And for the rest of you, if you have any questions that you want, that's what I'm telling you, those guests that are coming up ahead of time. Because this obviously we're recording this one night this week and it's coming out at one night later on this week. Probably looking at Friday of September. What is this? So today, this is Tuesday, September the 18th, is it? Is that the date?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. No, it's the 13th.
No, it's getting late, man.
Yeah, it's the 13th. And this will be airing on the 16th, Friday the 16th.
Yeah,
so,
well,
put your questions in, and then we can.
we need feedback, guys.
Yeah.
If you like it, let us know. If you think it's
Subscribe.
garbage, I got thick skin. I'm an alligator. I've been told worse things. I've been
100%.
local village idiot. For most of my 20s.
Yeah.
So,
You just let us know all your comments. We're gonna after I post the podcast, I'll have the links to the Facebook page for the actual podcast. I'll also have the YouTube page, which I'm gonna work up. Look up here, Brooksie. Well, this will be on YouTube when we get that figured out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll do the straight video up there
Holy
after, but that's gonna
bugs.
come out days after. But
Dave's on it.
I don't want to do all this stuff if you guys aren't into it, and that's cool if you're not. I mean, but if you are into it, we're committed and willing to do it as much as you want us to.
Oh man, I can flap my gum. yeah. Sign me up.
So, anything else you want to talk about, or?
No. I think for our first episode, I'm happy the way it went. It was nice to have a good talk with Johnny, get a little insight to the fans.
Yeah, the insider stuff that you learn when you get to talk to those guys, about the municipality, about
and
little things. We'll get a lot more from Rochelle on that too.
Yeah, I got a few stories that I got hidden in the vault that I'm gonna,
Yeah.
We'll let the cat out of the bag here, but we'll just see how the public likes this one, and we'll go from there. And to all the support and all the fans.
Well, let's touch
Club.
on that.
Oh man,
Tell us about the Booster Club.
Oh, the Booster Club. I was sitting there at home, and I said, how can I help these guys? Because I was coaching my son in hockey, and they had asked me, to help out a little bit with the bench stuff, and I couldn't make that commitment. But I knew this was something I wanted to be involved with. I knew it was something that my son, my family would enjoy. And it's a bit selfish on my part. So I went to Facebook, and I'm not much of a techie. Dave's our tech guy. And just started the Tweed Oil Kings Booster Club.
And it took off, eh?
Well, yeah, we're 600 members now. And the thing with me, guys, I am what you see what you get. There's no smoke and mirrors.
It's pretty good what you get. Like, I'm not pumping his tires either, but he's not a bad guy.
Wow, you know what?
Good genes.
Well, I've always been taught, you put others first before you put yourself. Give your shirt off your back, and
shout out to old man Brooksie.
When you need a shirt, there's lots of guys lined up to give you one, and that's the best thing about a small town, and that we all grow up in, like the Campbellfords, and That's what this is.
Maddox,
And
Marmers, all that stuff.
yes,
Sterling, Flinton,
yes.
Cloyne.
Let's give them some love. Great people, great down to earth people that, you go in the barn. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I've never met them before, but they got the time of day to say good day, and that's something we're missing in society. Not that I want to preach morals or anything like that, but
That's what it is.
yeah, to take the time out and say good day. I met Carol. I met, so many people that I never would have crossed paths with before,
Mhm.
but I'm so glad I did. So
Yep. And like John was saying, having the sponsors and stuff like that, we're obviously we're kind of like this thing's going to be its own entity, and I'm not. It is what it is. But if you're a part of that world, then you'll get your shout out too. So I'm gonna pick. See what kind of people we got going on for our podcast. See what kind of followers we're gonna get. So here's a shout out to Scott Trudeau Construction.
yes, sir.
Scott's a solid, straight shooting guy, family guy.
Dug my foundation in, did the septic at my my house 5 years ago.
Awesome guy. Grew up with the Trudeau family, just up the road.
Hard-working man.
Yeah. Sherry, Sean, Steven, and now Scotty's got this going on. The kids, it's awesome.
Love the support. Love
Yeah,
what that
really
company's
appreciate it.
doing. Scott Trudeau Construction, much love.
Yeah. Then I got to give a shout out to Rosebush. Good cats. They just bought something from me.
Oh, it's the only place I get fuel.
There you go. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, because I know we were going to take off, but then there's something just hit in my head. It was that golf tournament. We never talked about that golf tournament either.
Yeah, I'm all for getting into the golf tournament, but I want to let's get all the sponsors, give them a little bit of love, Dave.
I was trying to find a little list here, all of them. There we go. We got Vito's Pizzeria.
Yes, sir.
I remember the
Staple
old
in our
days.
community.
Yep, the old days when
That's
Tom and Jerry owned it.
So you used to
Little
take the
spot there.
girlfriend,
Yeah, yeah.
back in grade 8.
Yeah.
Big mom and dad drive you down to Vito's. You
I want to
split
go
a
to
small.
Vito's.
Yeah, they sit in the table beside you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to play a little footsie. So,
Footsie,
hey,
wootsies.
kids, don't do
It's
that.
kind of tough when Tom and Jerry owned it, though, because it was just a walkway. And then pizzas. down
They're
the side.
PG and me, folks, or I'd tell you real good
Oh,
stories.
no, we don't want to do that right now.
No,
We're
no.
PG in it.
Yeah,
'cause we're
yeah.
trying to keep it fresh. But
So who else we got?
we got Rayburn Insurance. When I first started driving, actually, I was with Rayburn's in Tweed. 100%. Yeah. No, yeah. Can't remember. Yeah. I don't know why I left.
Oh,
Maybe I'm
Rayburn.
going back. I might go back. And what else we got here? We already talked about our buddy.
Oh,
Our
DC.
buddy
Yeah,
old
I'm partial.
DCW.
I'm partial
Yeah,
to
we
that.
don't want to do that.
That unit.
Yeah, he's
Love
not
Troy
right.
Fleeler and DCW
Fleeler.
Welding. Great guy.
Clark Wilder.
Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, big sponsor, Timmy Hortons.
Yep.
Oh, and the one and only. Let's knock one more out before we move on. Because I do want to touch on that golf tournament, and it is getting late. Drain Poultry,
Oh,
Big D.
yeah. I don't think people understand.
Don't know if you get it.
Yeah, the booster club level, what that man has done for this hockey club, and wants no praise.
No,
Yeah, Daryl Drain,
he's
absolute
getting
gem.
it today.
Yep.
He was on my golf tour too. Went up there, him and Fly, and Al Bush. Bushy
Oh.
was with us on the
Yeah,
Friday.
there's
night.
another good supporter of the club.
Yep. Bushy.
All the
Bushy.
people that bought into the booster boards last year. And
All of them.
No, like,
We could
guys,
go on and on.
Yeah.
They'll get mentioned over the year.
100%. And, any booster that, has any ideas, has any thing you want to see done. That's what that booster club's about. It's a public forum, guys. So as long as you're not bashing or, saying something negative towards the club, which I won't put up with,
No. Why
it's
would you?
welcome there. And your voice is welcome. So, I'm just the guy the administrator, I guess, to the page.
Yep.
Everybody has got a say on there. So if you want to put something on there, if there's a question you want to ask, hey, that's the place to do it. And I'm not saying I have all the answers or the
We can
people on
find
the
out.
booth. That's right, Dave.
Yep.
Yeah, we will.
So
And,
with that being said, that Tweed boosters, there were a lot of supporters on that were in the actual golf tournament. Am I right?
oh, baby. Yeah, what a fun day.
My lord, fun ain't the word to it.
Oh, Dave.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
full.
You were on a
Da-
roll.
Daddy was full.
We should have
The
videoed that.
White Tiger.
folks,
Daddy
if
was
you
full.
had only seen that.
Yeah, I was full.
Yeah, get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. Dave was on a roll.
Oh, funny story on that was I went out to, Johnny was calling tickets for the 50, or not the 50-50, but the draw tickets, right? For to win stuff, whatever. And I went out to the truck. I said, I'm going to go get mine. I'll come back up. No sooner do I go out to the truck to get them, I come back up the stairs, and he calls out a number, and I'm like, I win. I won something. Awesome. What did I win? The cooler that I donated from where I work, Performance Sales. I gave, they're called, what's it called? Tailgaters. It's like a Yeti, right? Yeah, no, I win it. And I'm like, well, this isn't right. So he's handing me. So I'm not going to donate something and win it. So I auction it off. What a lot of fun that was, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we auctioned it off.
That was one of the highlights. But
it was pretty fun. And I was full.
Thanks to all the boys, all the players.
Oh, they were there.
Yes.
Slew of them.
Yes. You know, a lot of boosters out there were pretty thrilled, you know.
Raised a lot of money for
just put some faces towards, you know, the guys. It makes you human, right?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
This is how we can get her. Next time I'll figure this out. Yeah, we got Tim Horton, some Tweed, Rayburn Insurance, Scotty Trudeau Construction, Kyle Ramsey. Oh, Kyle Ramsey. There's another gem. Yeah.
Quality Excavating and Logging. 613-243-1467.
Get her done.
Yep. Bergeron Clifford, Injury Lawyers.
Take a header, give them a call.
That's right.
Okay?
They'll take care of you.
Just don't take a header in front of the arena and give them a call.
Not on the municipality grounds.
Walmart.
Oh, they pay big.
Slip and fall in Walmart. They do. Yeah, Zellers too, but I think they got burned.
Oh, that's what happened.
And they went out. But anyway.
Are we forgetting any sponsors?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find here. I'm going to be better prepared for the next one if we make another one. I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, we're not going to do this if no one's listening, because we could just sit here and talk to ourselves. Now these stupid mics in front of our face, but whatever we want to do, make you all happy. God, look at that handsome bastard.
You know, if you want us to, you know, we've sort of been pretty PG here. You know, we like feedback from kids, from, you know, the public. Just let us know who's listening, sort of thing, and then we'll adjust accordingly.
That's what we're heading for here. I want to just see our demographic and who's going to be listening to us. And that one listener, if that one listener happens to be 12 years old or over 19 years old, then we will act accordingly for sure. So it's very important to like and subscribe to the podcast. It'll be on Spotify. And then I'm going to try and figure out how to link it. This is all new to us, so I'm going to try to link it over the iTunes so you can see it there too. I think I've got it figured out, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But we're going to try and do that. And that's what we're looking for, some feedback. Number one, which way we're going to go with this podcast as far as content-wise. We kind of know where we're heading. I think we can kind of keep it like this if that's what we want, or we can...
Everybody knows I was hatched in a dressing room. Yeah. Like, so, I can sit here, not that I'm tooting my own horn, and most people are like, shut up, Brooksie. But, I can let her fly.
Yeah.
If you want it.
But that's what we'll do. But I think, unless there's anything else you want to touch on, this is a pretty successful one. I'm quite happy with how it went down. That interview with John was great.
Yeah. You know what you get with Johnny, and... big shout out to Cam Lazard, president of the Booster Club.
Oh yeah, Cam.
Yeah, let's make sure to give him some love, Davey.
Yep, that's a good kid. He, the videos we've had with him. Well, you know what? We may even have old Bam Bam on here.
I think Bam Bam needs to come on
we
here.
We might have to have him on here. So, like we say, this is going to be out on Friday night. Tomorrow night we will be at the practice, and then.
Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock.
When's the first game again, Brooksie?
September 24th, 8 o'clock in Smith Falls. Then the first Tweed Oil Kings home opener, October 1st versus the defending champs. Good measuring stick, Oil Country. We want to be somebody. That's where we know we got to be. So 1 o'clock, October 1st.
Let's pack the rink right off the bat.
We don't have
Coons
to tell
will be
them
rocking.
that.
We'll be sipping.
Get your season tickets.
So everybody, thanks a lot for being on the podcast, my man Brooksie.
Davey, super.
It's been awesome. And we'll talk soon. We out.
Be good.